Are you on your fifth Lexus? Have you been buying a Lexus vehicle without test driving other brands in the market? If so, you are very loyal to the Lexus brand and there's nothing wrong with that. Many enjoy the brand's reliability and probably other things for you to keep on buying Lexus vehicles. And in this video, we will look at J.D. Power's 2024 US Automotive Brand Loyalty Study. Lexus does show up on the list, and let's get to it. Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today we're here to look at the J.D. Power 2024 US Automotive Brand Loyalty Study. So this is really a study from J.D. Power saying how loyal are owners? Like, are they going to trade in your car and get the same car, same brand, or they're going to trade in their car and get a different brand? So when you look at here, 2024 is, I think, the 6th year where J.D. Power actually does this report. And this study is a little bit different. I think in the first 3 years, they did it a little bit different. And the last 3 years, they've done it similar to what we see here today. So what they're saying is loyalty brand leaders, including Toyota, Honda, Lexus, all been growing in their respective shares of loyal customers, even when there are different experiences across different brands. Ongoing inventory shortages really have made things a little bit impacting. I think they're talking about Toyota and Lexus a lot because they've been having a lot of concerns with shortages. Ongoing inventory shortages, the most loyal customers actually stayed out of the market if they were unable to get their desired vehicle. So if I want to go and get a Lexus NX 450h Plus, and because there's shortages, I'm not able to get it, you actually decide not to go into the market until the car is available. So that's what I think they're saying. But now they're saying that inventory levels are recovering. So we do see that some models are coming back a little bit better. Toyota Lexus still seems to be tight in inventory, but they're saying that the customers are coming back. In particular, Toyota and Honda are benefiting from increased availability of their hybrid vehicles. Honda owners are swapping out their gas-powered vehicles for hybrids at nearly triple the rate of the industry average. That's significant. And Lexus is also benefiting from strengthening residual value, which are helping driving loyalty for the brand despite premium brands as a whole experience a plateau this year, meaning they haven't really gone much increase of loyalty. So here's the results. They're saying that the highest ranked brands, Porsche ranks the highest among the premium brand car owners for the third consecutive year, with 57.5% loyalty rate. Mercedes is 49%, and that ranks second. So when you think of it, well, how come Lexus is not there? Well, I think what they're done here is cars as in sedans, and they have SUVs as in a separate section. It's a little bit different when you looked at 2019 when they started this, and we'll look at that in the video later on. But when you look at here, Lexus ranks the highest among the premium brand SUV owners with 60.2% loyalty rate, which is much higher than Porsche's 57.5%. But then they don't rank them, they don't combine them together, because probably Lexus sedans like IS and ES probably do not have a higher loyalty rate. I really don't know. BMW 55.8 ranks second, so there's about almost 5% difference, 4.4 something percent. So then when you look at the mass market, Toyota ranks number 1 with 62.5% and Honda with 58.8%. Honda, on the other end, ranks highest among the mass market SUV owners. So if you're a CR-V or a Pilot, you'll probably go back and get another one. Subaru, on the other hand, 62.6%, and they rank second. When you talk about trucks, Ford, I think most likely the F-150, the 250, 350s. I think everybody, if you've owned one, you probably go buy another one, right? So that's why in the truck owners, third consecutive year for Ford with 65.1% loyalty rate, and then Toyota being 60.8, ranking second. Not sure about the Tundras right now, but at this point, 60.8 still seems to be quite good for Toyota. So they're saying that this is the 6th year, and they're using data from the Power Information Network to calculate whether an owner purchased the same brand after trading in an existing vehicle on a new vehicle. Customer loyalty is based on percentage of vehicles owners who choose the same brand when trading in or purchasing their next vehicle. The study includes brand loyalty across 5 segments: a premium car, which is I think sedans and all that, premium SUV, a mass market car, a mass market SUV, and truck. So they're saying that the information is from September 2023 to August 2024 for all models that were traded in. So that's how they got this information. So not a lot of information. They don't even talk more like who's third, who's fifth, and the full list. But I think they just want to give you a highlight of the top 2. So I'm going to go now and look at previous. So they said this is the 6th year. So I'm going to pull all 6 years and just do a little look at what does this all mean and where does the brand that you're thinking of exist on the list. Let's get to it. Follow me on Instagram at LSFT Videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. Alright, so here we have the 6 years of this study. So in 2019, 2020, and 2021, what they did was they just split by premium and mass market and actually showed the the full list. They actually did not take out it much, but we're only showing here the top 5. Alright, so let's look at this and say 2019, Lexus being 47.6% and Audi being 43.3%. So you can see that the loyalty rate between that is only really 4.3%. The gap in 2019 definitely was not that big of a gap. And then when you look at the mass market, Ford being 54% and Subaru being 61.5%, that's a bigger gap there, right? That's like a 7.5% gap. That's a big gap. And then when you look at 2020, you can see Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, and Audi. So it just repeated itself in 2020. But then when you look at the gap is a little bit similar, not that big of a difference. So in the premium market, 2019 to 2020, not that big of a change. Then when we look at 2021 from the premium Lexus, and then you see Porsche has actually been number 4, now being number 2, and then Mercedes, BMW, and Audi. And now you can see that the gap, Audi has improved, and Lexus as well. So that is actually quite good overall for the premium market. Like the top 5 is still the top 5, right? So then when you look at the mass market, we look at 2019, 2020, you can see it's a carbon copy as well. And then 2021, it's also another carbon copy. So the only difference is really the percentages. They go up and go down, and the changes are very close. Like if Subaru goes up like 1 point something percent, Toyota goes up 1% or 1 point something. So they actually don't really change much in their rankings from 2019 to 2021. So then in 2022, JD Power changed how they did this. And now they split up to what they said before: the premium car, premium SUV, mass market car, mass market SUV, and trucks. So I'm going to go here and see. Okay, so they only tell us the top 2. But we can now compare the top 2 with the top 2 in 2019 and 2020. Okay. So Porsche is number 1 with 57.4%. If you look at here, Porsche as a brand itself was 50.2. With their cars, they're at 57.4, which is a lot more. So meaning their SUVs probably loyalty rates are not as good. Genesis got number 2 in 2022 with 54.6. They never showed up. So you can see, okay, where did Mercedes go, right? Yeah, I don't know where it went. Then when we look at the premium SUVs, BMW 58.6 compared to 40 something, so meaning their cars are much lower in loyalty rate, but then their SUVs seem to be quite good. Then Lexus being 56.4, if you look at here comparing 47, 48, and 51, 56.4 is much higher. So same thing for Lexus ES owners, probably you're not as loyal as the RX NX owners. Then we look at the mass market, Toyota being 62.2 and Kia being 54.1. So you can see Subaru not showing up here. So Subaru probably did better in the SUV market, right? So then you look at the SUV, Toyota being number 1 and Subaru being number 2, just by a 1% gap. Then we look at trucks. We have Ford being 63.8 and 58.7. So I think why Toyota in the mass market was quite high up here is because they also have shown in the mass market car, SUV, and trucks. So that probably, from an average, does definitely make things better. Ford, on the other hand, having quite good numbers in the truck market, probably their SUVs and cars are not as high, bringing it like to 54s, 53s, right? So now we look at 2023, and when you look at these numbers, you can definitely see that it's a little bit different. Porsche is still number 1, and 2024 Porsche is number 1, so they continue to improve. Mercedes now replaces it, so replaces the Genesis with 50.5. So Genesis have probably fallen a lot because it has not shown up at all. Probably again, another thing is Genesis have moved more towards SUVs, and their sedans have not been selling as much as well, and loyalty probably is not as good as well. So then when you look at the premium SUVs, 2023 Volvo just came out of nowhere and got 56.5%, whereas BMW 56.1. So one thing that you have to keep in mind in the 2024 press release, they actually said that because of shortages, I think the loyalty rate, like Volvo owners were able to get their Volvo vehicles, but Lexus owners probably, because of the shortages, were not able to get their hybrids, and that's why I think the numbers have been skewed a bit. Because if you look at it, 56.5, Lexus last year was 56.4. It's not that big of a difference, right? But probably Lexus owners were not able to buy their cars, so they held off, and the numbers have tweaked a bit in 2023. So then when you look at the mass market car, Toyota 60%, which has dropped from 2022, and Honda came up with 55, replacing Kia. And then in the mass market SUV, Subaru and Toyota switch places. Their numbers are still within that 1%. It's just a little bit different. And then trucks, Ford still is the crown, and they've gone almost 1% up, and Toyota's actually gone up as well. So comparing to 2024 to last year, you can see that Porsche and Mercedes, they're the same. Mercedes has gone down a little bit, Porsche has gone up a bit. So I think that's still the same. Probably 2025, we will see very similar numbers as well. Now back to 2024, Lexus has now gone up to 60.2%. So when you look at it, they've never really gone to 60%. So that's definitely a good sign that Lexus owners have now been more loyal in 2024. BMW has dropped a little bit compared to 2023, but still very close. And then when you look at the mass market, Toyota 62.5, it goes back to 2022, which is a good sign for Toyota, meaning their parts and their cars are coming back. And Honda is also up like 3.8%. Another good sign of their hybrids are really selling in their SUV markets. But this is not the SUV. This is actually the Accord and the Civic, right? I probably see that the Civic with the hybrid coming, I think that will change as well. And then when you look at the mass market SUV, Honda replaces Toyota here, 64.2 and 62.6 for Subaru. So they've been just changing spots there. And when we look at the truck, 65.1 and 60, up 0.4, and then also up 0.5. So Very close, they're very competitive in the Ford and Toyota in the truck market. So when you look at these results, what do you think? Are you a loyal Lexus owner, and will you buy another Lexus after the one you own today? I know people have complained about the materials of the Lexus are not as premium as before. Hard plastics are shown. Are things going to change? And are you really going to go to another market, another brand, Genesis, or Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Volvo? Let me know in comments below. Will you buy another Lexus, or this is the last one and you're going to go and get another vehicle from a different brand? I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.